wound up on the streets making money with prostitution.
I've been out here for about 12 years since I was 16. I got put out of my baby father's house. He kept beating on me.
I wound up with my best friend going down to Baltimore Street and stripping for the first time. And so when we started down there, we wound up in drugs.
I had my own place, a car, a convertible. I had my two beautiful girls. I had a job paying $30 an hour. I was 250 pounds. Everything was amazing, amazing. And I lost everything in a matter of a year. I lost my car, then my kids, my house, and myself.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I'm 25 years old, and how my story with addiction is I actually grew up in Pasadena, and I stayed there till I was about 16. And when my grandfather passed away, I wound up running away with my first boyfriend out here, and 3 times my dad called the cops. They didn't find me, so the 3rd time the police gave up. And that's how I originally came to Brooklyn. And I didn't really start heavy drugs until I was roughly 21 years old. And at that point in time, we had recently sold our house in Pasadena and moved up here permanently. So my family moved up here, and that was with my first son. And so when we came up here after my first son, I wound up with my best friend going down to Baltimore Street and stripping for the first time. And so when we started down there, we wound up in drugs. And that's how I started, using hard drugs like cocaine, things like that. And my baby father tried it with me, and we both stopped for a while. And after that, I relapsed, and that's when I continued to do heavy drugs. And I didn't know it, but my father, did it too. So he wound up starting to smoke with me, and that's when I started running the streets. And so he put the drugs down, I didn't. And that's how I wound up down here, and still just got worse. And so instead of going down to the strip club, I wound up on the streets making money with prostitution. And, I got another boyfriend who actually was a little bit more friendly with my son. My son really did like him. He passed away, but he did too. And that's how I started doing, heroin. And so I wound up getting off of him, but he wound up passing away from the overdose. My dad, he wants me to get my shit together a little bit more. He helped me get off of the dope, and he uses cocaine once in a while with me as well. I try not to bring it to the house because I know he'll use it. So, he wants just me to get my shit together and do better. But he understands as well because he's an addict himself. He handles it a lot better than I do. I've been to detox and everything before. People say you're not ready till you're ready. So for real, I'm getting to that point. I'm pretty much done, and my plan is to either leave state and get away from here for a while, or honestly, it's just up to me to really put my own foot down in myself and just get away from it, stay away from the people I surround myself by. And honestly, my kids would probably help me too, focusing more on that and getting myself into a routine, but just mainly what I surround myself by, how I hold myself and handle it. My first baby's father, the one I ran off with, that's how I really got into drugs. Not the drugs I'm using today. Yet me and him, yes, we have used it together, but we really we did other drugs, but it led up to this. It was a different experience in different situations. Something, I guess, euphoric.
How does it make you feel to be out here making your money to support your addiction It's cold out here and everything. How does that make you feel about yourself?
I don't like it. I don't approve of it with myself, and I know. Eventually, I basically just said I don't even know myself. I don't know who I am anymore, and I would just like to be able to become the person I was again. I'll never be the exact same person, but I know who I am and what I am, and I know I'm better than this. And I just don't know who I am anymore. Basically, I'm a different person, and to become the person that I should be, I know I have to get clean.
It's one lesson that you learn out here by being out here.
You don't know what you have until it's gone. Honestly, my grandfather told me that growing up, and I didn't really understand and said that what he meant by that until I wound up out here. Just hope and pray that, you know, my kids and other people understand that it's not something you want to go through. Take what you see and, you know, learn from it.
Growing up, did you ever say to yourself that that'll never be me?
Yes, I did. Some addicts even judge other addicts, but people that have never really wound up out here 110% are usually the ones that look at the people out here and say things that they don't understand until they wind up in that situation. If you try it, put it down and keep moving on with your life. Learn from what you see, you know, that I understand because I was that kid before, and I understand the pain, the way you feel, and don't let that be an excuse to go out and play around.
Where do you see yourself a year from now?
Hopefully in a better spot, like just stepping close to being, you know, and with my, you know, kids full time and where I should be. At least on the right path. Watch out who you surround yourself by. People that you surround yourself by is a big step into leading out here.
My name's Country, Conscious. I'm 28, from West Baltimore. Well, I'm from down south. I live in West Baltimore. I've been out here for about 12 years since I was 16. I started off with pain pills after having a baby. And from there, I went from pain pills to dope to methadone, the coke. And of course, you do things you don't necessarily want to do to, you know, provide for your addiction. I just recently had a baby, and you know, he passed away. We all self-medicate. That's all it is. Addiction is just self-medicating. Whether it's a mental pain, a physical pain, emotional pain, we just all try to, you know, cover something up. We all try to, you know, relieve the pain. But of course, the guy introduced me to it. When I moved over Park Heights about 3 years ago, I was 25. I had my own place, a car, a convertible. I had my 2 beautiful girls. I had a job paying $30 an hour. I was 250 pounds. Everything was amazing. And I lost everything in a matter of a year. I lost my car, then my kids, my house, and myself. In a year. I don't know how it's, I mean, I know it's possible, but it's unrealistic. It's extremely hard. I know you might seem easy, y'all might think, okay, get down, but just, you know, get a holiday or, you know, it's really, really hard. It's extremely hard. Of course, it comes to homelessness. It comes with the mental, you know, the mental issues. You know, you don't probably, most of, you know, addicts don't probably take care of themselves. You know, don't go to doctors, don't go to, you know, anything like that. Most girls, like I said, they you know, do what they got to do to provide for their addiction. And, you know, most guys do what they got to do, which is, you know, they would just get it by any means necessary. It's a constant struggle. It's never ending. It's just a constant cycle. Like, I realized I haven't left, you know, I was in one area for 2 years. I never left the area for 2 years. It was a 5-block radius. 2 years. Unless I went, you know, with a friend to their house and back. I never left out of that 5-block radius. And thinking about it, that shit is sick. The same people, same things over and over again, all day, every day. And that's, you know, you go days, weeks without sleeping. It's sick. It's unrealistic. How you can, you know, live like this? It's unrealistic. People think, you know, oh, it's just something you see on TV and say, like, no, this shit is real. Like, we live this all day, every day. All day, every day.
How do the majority of the women get their money to support their addiction?
You know how we do it. Most of us, you know, hustle. We hustle. We do dates. Do dates.
Would you say that it is a dangerous occupation doing dates out here?
It's crazy you said that because, you know, y'all just missed it not even 5 hours ago. A girl just died back there behind the building. They just found her dead with her head bashed in. Me personally, I've been through, you know, being robbed, being hit my head with a fucking metal pole, guns pulled out, shit like it's extremely dangerous. Like I said, y'all just see us, you know, talking like we are real people. Like y'all feel like we're real people. We're here. They found her over there dead, with a, I don't know if it was the front or the back of her head bashed in, and honestly, it's sad, but it's like, you know, to us, it's just another one. You know, we see it all day, every day. It's like, who's next? What's next? Am I next? Like, who's next? Like, you got people, you know, who stalk people. You got people riding around, you know, like, it's real.
Did you know this girl that got killed?
We weren't best friends, but yeah, we were associates. We were close, but not too close. And she had, like, you know, some little mental issues. Like she, you know, a disability, should I say. She stayed to herself. She was quiet. I'm not gonna say a name out of respect for her friends and family, but like, you know, an episode where we heard, like, she stayed to herself. She never bothered anybody. She stayed to herself. She was quiet. She barely talked to anybody. She would go there, do what she do, and that's that. So for somebody to, you know, go there and do what they did to her, that shit is unrealistic.
How many friends have you lost out here to overdoses?
Oh my God. I can't even count. Well over, in the last past 4 months, well over 15 people. And I'm talking about like, you know, friends. Not quick OGs, not double OGs, you know, friends. You know, somebody you kick it with. Like, damn, I was just with him yesterday. Or I was just with him yesterday. Like, well over 15 in the last past 4 months. It's shit is real. It's real.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, honestly, like I say, you know, everybody, niggas every day, be like, you see it so often, is you numb to it. You know, it's like, damn, another one, and about, you know, we're mooring over it, maybe for a couple, I can't even say a day, maybe a couple hours, a couple minutes, to get, and move on. Like it's fucked up, but it's, you know, we can't dwell on it. Life goes on. Like I said, it's just like I just hope I'm not next. It's like who's next?
Have you OD'd yourself out here?
It's crazy because I've been in the house since I was 16, and I have never OD'd. From 16 to 28, I've never OD'd. Until recently, I OD'd one time, and I didn't, you know, I didn't think it was possible, you know, because I thought I did everything right. But yeah, one time, I woke up in the hospital. Scariest day of my life. I thought my kids lost their mother. Oxycodone, started off with pain pills, a legal drug. It's a gateway. Matter of fact, I'm like, you talking about weed. I smoked weed before, but just something like they smoke weed and rape me, so I can't smoke, I get paranoid. But hard was 16. I felt amazing. That's why I'm here now. That's why I'm here now. It took all the pain away, everything, anxiety, all mental pain, physical pain, emotional pain, everything, took everything away. Like I had no care in the world, nothing, like nothing. Everything was just fucking unicorns and rainbows. It was just bliss. You'll never get that same feeling. And now, honestly, we don't even get high. It's just to feel normal. It's just a part of our daily routine. Most of us don't even get high no more. It's just to feel normal. More because I was just to make the pain go away. Like I said, whether mental, physical, emotional, just to feel normal. And we don't get high. And first of all, the drugs is bullshit, so you ain't getting high anyway. But
describe a day in the life for you. When you wake up, what do you do?
When I wake up, when do I sleep? When do I sleep? I've been up for weeks at a time. The longest I've been up was about 2 months. It's freaking possible. But life in the day is hustling every day, all day. It's hustling to chase the drug. It's hustling non-stop, trying to, you know, get it by any means necessary, trying to find some type of hustle, some type of job to support your habit. All day, all night, like the days spent. Like we don't even know what days of the week it is anymore. We don't know the time. It was crazy. I seen this. I think it was on YouTube, and he was like, "When do you?" It's crazy. Like when have you ever heard a cocaine ask for the time? You know, and it's like think about like it's true. Like we don't addicts don't worry about time. We don't worry about the days of the week. We don't worry about anything besides getting high. Like we don't even know what day of the week it is. It's crazy. I didn't even know Christmas was, you know, when Christmas was coming up. It was 2-3 days away when I found out. The days just fading to each other, fading to one another. You wouldn't understand it unless you're in it.
What would it take for you to get clean?
Everything that's going on now, because I'm ready to go. I'm about to go now. Like I'm tired, I'm fed up, I'm done. I'm done. But to most people, it's support. Most of us don't have no support. We have no friends, we have no family. We don't have anybody. We have no support. And if you're like me, I'm codependent. Like, you know, it shouldn't be that way, but like I need somebody. You know, like I need somebody to go with me to do things. I hate doing things by myself. So, the support. I don't have any family. I have no family. The only family I have is my kids and my boyfriend. And that's it. I don't have a family. So I have no support.
Can you still live with you?
No. They're well taken care of with their grandma. They're with their grandmother. She does an amazing job. My girls are freaking amazing, man. Freaking amazing. Like, I don't even deserve to be their mom. Like, they are amazing, those little girls. For them to be 9 and 11, they are freaking amazing. They know different languages, the sign language. They're athletic. They're well beyond age. They're amazing. Unfortunately, my son passed away. He was born 9 weeks premature, about 2 months ago. So I didn't have the opportunity to be with him. He died in 3 weeks. But they're amazing.
One message if your kids was watching, what would it be?
I love you. Do better. And like I always told you, you know, mommy always comes back. Mommy always do that. Mommy always come back.
What does a clean life look like for you?
I've lived it. It looks like the opposite of this. It looks amazing. Like I can show you a picture. It's you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. I just want to be with my kids. So my kids.
What advice could you give the younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
You step your ass and keep on stepping. I'm telling you, it's not the way you want to go. Not the way you want to go. I say y'all see it, it's just something y'all watch it on the TV screen, but it's real life. It's not. I mean, honestly, just look around you. You see it every day. You see it every day, all day. Look up one door, look at it. You see it all day, every day. It's not the route you want to take at all. I wish I would have stayed in school. I wish I knew people say that. It sounds such a cliche, but I wish, you know, and especially because I have certifications. I'm a certified peer recovery coach. I have certifications, and they're going to waste. Like, yo, do better. You don't want to be out here stressing. Especially, when it's time.
Growing up, did you ever tell yourself that'll never be me?
No, because I didn't see it. I've never seen it. I didn't learn about it until I was in my 20s. Unfortunately, my mom and my neighborhood, like they have the kids that we didn't see drugs, we didn't see needles in the alley, we didn't see shit like we didn't see the addiction life. They did well at keeping it from us. We didn't know our brothers, uncles, and cousins doing drugs.
One last message for the world that's watching, what would it be?
Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because we do what we do, at the end of the day, we're still people, we're still human beings. Just because we use drugs, at the end of the day, everybody has an addiction, whether it's TV, whether it's food, whether it's sex, whether it's, whatever. We're no different than any of you. We're all the same. We still bleed red. And at one point, we were like you, we were sober. And we can, get there again. But a lot of, people, y'all make it hard for us by judging us or by looking down at us. It'll make us want to do shit. We'll go back and get even more higher. It's we all need help. We all need support. Whether it's from a friend, family, or stranger. We just think, just remember, this could be you. It could be you. You could be in the same situation.
Hello, my name is Autumn Brown. I am 34 years old. I was born and raised from Baltimore. I've been living out here for 11 years now. What brought me out here is my addiction.
How'd you get started using?
Funny part about it is they always say that, we probably started using just for the drugs or trying to make money to get high, but my story would be different. I basically lost both of my jobs, and I was taking care of my kids. I was living in Randallstown at the time. So instead I decided to make a page online for money-wise, because I had to pay for a roof over my head. I got put out of my baby father's house. He kept beating on me and everything, so me getting put out, I wound up losing my job. So I went online, that's Backpage, and because the money was fast, I had to pay for like a hotel overnight, and that's how I started, My addiction started afterwards when my daughter got taken away. He kept calling, CPS and everything on me. So I started getting after that.
And what age were you when you started using?
I want to say I had her, let me say, 2024, my daughter. And So when she was 3 years old, I started getting. I started off with pills at first. I used to sell Xanax and Percocets and stuff like that. So that's where I started off getting high off of. And then when that didn't work, I started doing heroin for the first time. I did a line of for the second time. I didn't know you could mix, you couldn't mix Xanax with heroin. Excuse me, sorry. These ambulance, man, noises. Sorry about that. Ready? What was I saying? I left off at, okay, yeah. I was, basically I only OD'd 3 times in my life. I was sharing about the OD incident. I didn't know I couldn't mix, Xanax with heroin. I had a bad Xanax, problem. Like I said, I started getting high off of pills first. I did a line of in my friend's basement, and all I remember is waking up in the ambulance. Well, actually in the hospital bed, like, you know, just waking up startled and not remembering much. I do remember seeing his face in the chair, and that meant a lot to me because he could have left me dead in the basement. From that moment on, made me stop taking pills, which was Xanax, period. I didn't have an addiction for that no more. I guess because I went into the pill after that. Since I couldn't mix it, I was terrified. I never picked up his Xanax yet. Ever since, I would sell it now, before I touch it. Also, I would say that I OD'd 3 times in my life, I did mention. But I have, how can I say this word? I had revived 18 people so far. It's like, for some reason, I guess that's my gift. It's really hard out here being addicted to these drugs. I would say now that that's how I started off, trying to, like, you know, before I had an addiction. I was only doing it to keep a roof over my head, like I said, for me and my daughter. That's why I started prostituting. Then further down the line, as I did mention, when my daughter got taken from me is when I started doing drugs. After the pills, the heroin, for some reason, I blame myself because my daughter's father, started doing drugs because I left my wallet in the bathroom one day, and I guess he said he wanted to see how I felt. He used to put me out all the time. Like I said, he was abusive, and all because of that is why he really put me out of the house. Then for some reason he started doing the drugs with me. Ever since that, I felt guilty, like I said, because I should have never left my wallet in there. But people that I know out here, girls that I do talk to and been to, they also told me that I shouldn't blame myself because he's a grown-ass man. But like I said, it's just something inside me feels like, you know, he still would be here with me today if he never got addicted to that. So, like I said, I feel guilty on that part. He passed away kidney failure 4 years ago. I was supposed to go to rehab. I only been in rehab maybe, let's say, 5 times. Did I ever complete it? I would say no, but then yes. I would say I would be clean today if I just shut my mouth up. I was a part of, what was it called? The CAT program for pregnant women. That was the last rehab I was into. And because the lady had put her fingers in my food to check to see if I had drugs, of course, which I don't get why they do that. But I cursed her out and told her I was going to smack the fuck out of her for digging in my food. You know, I could have just ate it, but, you know, their rules are is that we are not supposed to bring open containers inside. I guess because it was a hospital also, but like I said, she could have let me eat it real quick. And then I basically had a meeting, which I didn't agree to because my thing is she wasn't present at the time. But my social worker and whoever, my therapist, and the manager of the CEO of the, CAT program, rehab for the women, was present. So I really felt like that wasn't agreeable on my part. I still should have been able to get another chance. So I just wanted to say that part. Like, am I thinking about going back to rehab? Yes, because this is starting to get old after a while. I get tired of getting up every day worrying about a dope habit. I am proud of myself because I have been for a very long time. But I've been clean for a month so far. I've been smoking it. You got to start off somewhere, right?
What does a clean life look like for you?
That's a good question. Thinking about it now, I think I'll be more happier. I don't have to worry about waking up to having this monkey on my back or, that I'm going to be sick if I don't have any dope in my system. That stress off my plate would be more happier. I think I'll be cleaner. Being clean would get that off my chest. I'll be more happy. Being with my kids also. I miss them so much. And for some reason, this was the first year. And my daughter's first birthday, I missed her 11th birthday. I've been there for all her other birthdays. But this very first one, even though she turned 11, it still means a lot to me. That my foster mother's not answering none of my calls. And I really believe it's because of the last conversation we had. She wants to see me get clean. And I guess to do so because I'm ignoring me, maybe she thinks that that will pressure me on to get clean. Because I do have a problem with not talking to my daughter. I was zap out if I don't talk to her. So it wasn't on purpose that I missed your birthday. It was your grandmother that's ignoring me. But I do want her to know that I'm willing to start fresh and try to get into rehab as soon as possible. I did stop using needles at least. And my daughter knows what I do. She always says, my mommy's working on getting clean, so that's all that matters. I just don't want you to follow into my footsteps.
What message could you give a younger generation that might want to step out here and use?
Keep it moving. You don't want to do it to yourself. It's not worth it. And the addiction is very bad. You'll regret it if you do.
You said you lost your memory by getting stabbed.
Yes.
Can you go through how that happened?
Say that again?
How did the situation go down?
It's funny. Basically, me trying to date a drug dealer just to get high. Sorry. It was over me trying to get high, basically, my addiction. I basically thought me dating the drug dealer, I didn't have anything to worry about. It was free drugs to get high off of, right? So I pretended to be in a relationship with him. He had a baby mama that was jealous. And he basically told her that if he wanted to be in her life and my life, that it had to be a three-way relationship or kick rocks. Me not thinking of, how she would have felt and stuff like that until it was late. I wouldn't say till it was late because I did have a conversation with her before that incident happened. We also even went to the swingers club together and had a good time. So I thought that we were on good terms. I also had a conversation with her saying that, sometimes a man may stop loving you, but you also gotta remember that it's not the female's fault. I've been in your shoes before with my daughter's father. He did the same thing to me, left me for another female, and I had to accept it. It hurts like a motherfucker, especially when you're in love with someone. So I felt like even though I had that conversation where it went one ear, not the other, her intentions was to basically get me out the picture. And exactly that's what she did. I'll never forget it. It was on Easter morning, Don't get me to lying, I don't remember the year, but it's been a couple of years now. I want to say 5 years or more, so I know that. But it was on Easter morning. I was supposed to get up and go to my mother's house, which is my foster mother. I don't know my real family. I was raised in the system since I was 2 years old. So basically, Baltimore City Department of Social Services raised me. So the lady that I call my mom, she's like a mother to me. I knew her since I was 12 years old. She took me in as a foster child, and since I aged out the system, which you usually age out at 21, you know, I was with her till I wanted to leave her house. And that's when I started getting highs, when she got married to this guy. I can't stand his ass. He would basically be my stepdad. I felt like ever since he's been in the picture, he always got to make things difficult. So if she wasn't married to his ass, I feel like I still would be in there now. Because that's just how me and my mom's relationship is.